welcome to the channel. So this week I thought I'd do a Throwback Thursday. This is 101 Unique Mandalas by Camilla Angelkova. I think it's from 2018. This book's really good. It's got lots of different types of her mandalas in. So you're kind of getting a sampling of the different ones. So you've got the round ones, square ones, triangular. She's got these elongated ones like this, and lots of different shapes, and then different styles as well. So she's got Celtic, Egyptian, sun and moon, all these different things, and they're all fabulous. So I really enjoy this book. The ones that I've coloured, I've just started at the front, working forwards. The ones that I've coloured, I've been using like a picture, so a picture of one of the Disney princesses or something like that, sticking that in and using that as my colour palette. So I've been doing that, so I've been enjoying doing that. While I'm doing the voiceover for this, I'm just working in 50 pictures, 50 things to colour, trying to get that finished. I'm just doing a background. I really enjoy this book. I first saw it on Danny Button's channel, and that was ages ago, ages and ages ago I saw that. And I was like, oh wow, I love the variety that you're getting. A real mix. Not just all on one theme and not just all of one type. So I really enjoyed that. So this is a really good buy. And of course, with all Camilla Angelkova's books, the price is just amazing. So yeah, really good, really good. So this is the book that I've chosen. Oh, Saffron. She does like to be involved with things. She's doing all right at the moment. She still throws up occasionally when she eats, but you know, that is the life of being a piggy. So just trying to pick which page to do. I was really drawn to these celestial ones, but I wanted something even easier to colour. I wasn't feeling very brainy at all, so I ended up going for a nice simple snowflake page. Snowflake mandalas are really pretty, and it's the time of year for it, so I'm going to be using the Link Shine. I'm just going for the turquoise colour and a silver one, and I'm just going to use 3 colours, so turquoise, silver and white, to create this mandala. I love the Link Shine. The colours are so vibrant and the glitter is so pretty on them. Plus, I contacted the company and just checked with them, and they say that there's no animal products in the pens and they're not tested on animals. So, as best as I can tell, the Link Shine glitter gel pens are vegan, so that's a bonus. So I'm just sat at home at the moment and I am absolutely freezing. I can't tell you how cold it is. And the problem is the electricity bills and everything are really expensive now. So trying to not put the electric heater on if I can help it, to try and keep the prices down. So I'm under the blanket and I've got my hot water bottle as well. Yeah. If it gets so cold that I can't bear it, then yeah, I'll put the heater on. We're not broke. It's just the pricing is so expensive. And the past few months, the government has been giving us like energy grants, and that's going to come to an end. I think Mr. B was saying that was ending, like January was the last month, and then we're going to have to start paying for everything in full. So it was like, oh wow. So you think it's expensive now. Just wait. So yeah, so just trying to keep the bills down. We're not being too over the top with sticking the heating on too much. So let me catch you up with what's happened over December and so far in January. So December, had the first week of December off work, and me and Mr. B like to get all of our Christmas shopping done that week, and get our Christmas cards out, get some wrapping started, all that sort of stuff. Well, we didn't really do very well. Mr. B was ill. He got ill the Thursday, even the Thursday before we went off on leave. So he was ill the Thursday, but he was all right. The Friday, he was full on ill, and we knew, well, that's it. He's coming down with something. Well, he ended up in quite a bit of pain with it, and he was rough. So I think he had the flu, because he had the joint pain and all that sort of stuff as well. So he was really ill. A couple of times he ended up having to go back to bed, and we didn't get very much done, and we didn't have very much fun either for a week of annual leave. So that was disappointing, to say the least. So that was that. Well, as we came to the end of that week off, Mr. B was starting to feel better, but he had lost his appetite. He wasn't eating very well. Well, he went back to work the following week, and he still wasn't right. But you have to go to work, don't you? So he went into work, and he ended up coming home sick, because he was just so weak, because he wasn't eating. He reached a point where he hadn't eaten for a few days in a row. He had no appetite, and he was struggling to get anything down. So he did go to the doctors with that, and they said that he got gastritis from taking ibuprofen and other things for the flu. So that had kind of given him gastritis. So that was great. So they gave him medication for that. And then, he was going back to work after that. So that was the second week of December, where he was ill with gastritis. Then the third week of December, as he was starting to get better from that, he ended up coming home sick again from work, because his throat was so painful that he was struggling to swallow. So we went to the doctors again, and he was diagnosed with tonsillitis. He'd got abscesses in his throat. So then he came home with penicillin. So that was, so basically the whole of December he was ill. I mean, he was all right on Christmas Day, thank goodness. But he wasn't, perfect. He wasn't completely fixed. He was still, feeling the effects that had had. So that was miserable. While that third week of December, in the run-up to Christmas, I ended up coming down with something. So I don't know if I did catch it off him or what, but I ended up coming down with some sort of cold. And again, I was pretty ill with it. I didn't need to have any time off work though. We'd run down quite a lot, so I was mostly working from home and things like that, so I could just take my time. So that all worked out all right. But by the Friday night, this infection, whatever it was, had gone into my wisdom tooth. So my wisdom tooth was really inflamed, really painful and tender. I couldn't chew. And I couldn't swallow with it. I was in agony. So I ended up on the phone to the emergency dentist to see if they could see me. Now, they don't see, because this was in the evening where I'd just given up and I couldn't take any more. They say that they don't, in the evening, that emergency dentist only does like full-on emergencies, like severe bleeds in the mouth and deformity to the face and things like that. So although I was in pain, I clearly wasn't any of those things, so it was fine. They gave me some advice, which I followed, and I was able to get to sleep, so that was good. I kept following their advice over the weekend, and it improved dramatically. So that was good. Because again, I started to worry about Christmas Day again. So not just for Mr. B, but for myself now. That was like, we're just going to be sat at home in pain, the pair of us. But thank goodness that didn't happen in the end. So last week I went to the dentist and I said, I just want all my wisdom teeth gone. I have pain with my wisdom teeth 3 to 4 times every single year. Every single year. And my wisdom's teeth started coming in when I was at school, I think. I don't remember a time when I didn't have them, really. But they've never fully come in. They're still not fully grown. and like I'm middle-aged now. I don't have room for them, so they're pushing my other teeth. You know, so my teeth aren't straight or whatever. So there's that, and I have this pain, and yeah, I don't want them, I want them gone. And after this, at Christmas happening, I was like, no, enough. So I went to the dentist, and they were like, yeah, we can do that, we'll get you referred, you can have them all out, that's fine. I meet the requirements, you have to have like 2 incidents of pain or something, and I'm like, well, I met that like 20 years ago or something. So they were doing the referral, and they sent me through to have an x-ray, and the x-ray machine tripped the electrics at the dentist. So I couldn't get my x-ray done. So I had to go back in today. I had to go back and get that x-ray done so that I can finally get my referral in. And then we just wait and see what happens with that. So I'm looking forward to getting that sorted. The cats at the moment are cuddled up together, keeping each other warm. It's very cute. I know you won't be able to hear it, but they are both snoring. The pair of them. Very cute. Baby Smudgy is doing all right at the moment. She is losing weight. That's my main worry at the moment, but she's had various tests done, and most things are all right. We thought she'd got liver problems, but more thorough tests have come back showing that she's all right. Her kidney function is okay. There was a bit of protein in there, so again we had more tests done, but her liver function's all right. So she's just been monitored. She's still on glucose. I think that's a permanent thing now. Personally, I think Mr. B hopes that she'll get taken off it, which would be nice, but it's not going to happen, I'm sorry to say. She doesn't seem to be able to poo-poo without having the glucose medication. So I think she's going to be on that. That's her now. She has to have glucose every evening, which, of course, she hates. You know, she hates that. We have to syringe it into her mouth. And I can't just fire it into the back of her throat like you perhaps would a tablet and be done with it, because it makes her retch. Like, unsurprisingly, it'd make you retch. Having this slimy liquid fired at the back of your throat. So that doesn't work. So I have to just do a little bit at a time. Little bit. Let her swallow it. A little bit more, let her swallow it. But sometimes you put it into her mouth and she just holds it in there. And everyone just stares like, you need to swallow it, Smudge. So we have to do the throat stroking, you know, and all that fabulous game that we do. Um, and then sometimes she does this sneaky thing where she uses her tongue to push it back out, which I think even she regrets after she's done it, because this medication is so sticky. It gets in her fur and then it dries hard. Oh. So she's got these messy patches in her fur. But you know, what can you do? What can you do, little animals? But other than that, she's alright. She still does the shouting where she'll go off and yowl at a corner somewhere. But that does appear to be the only symptom. She hasn't deteriorated with that. And like when it first started, I was so frightened for her. It might have meant that she'd got brain cancer. And at the time, you know, we might not have had her at Christmas. But actually, she's no worse. She's no worse at all. She's bright. She's bouncy for her age. Because she's 15 now. They're both 15. So, you know, they've got some years on them, the pair of them. But she seems to be alright. She's getting softer in her old age. She's getting more marred. She comes to us more and more for cuddles and things. Comes and sits with us on the sofa, and like she never used to do some of these things. It was years before she'd come and sit on anyone's lap. And then if the doorbell went, she'd run and hide under the sofa. But she seems better with that as well now. I don't know if she just can't be bothered. So this year I've had some stresses going on. So I volunteer for Girl Guiding UK, and in my local area, I'm the district commissioner. So like I'm in charge of guiding in my village. Well, town. It is town. So as I'm sure you can imagine, there are stresses involved in that. Well, we had this pantomime trip. They just went yesterday. I can't tell you how stressful that has been to organise that. Like, it's been crazy. So I sorted out all the tickets, and I thought everything was sorted. And then and that was like end of October. So that was all great. Amazing. So far, so good. I'd managed to delegate phone calls to other people. Amazing. In case you don't know, I have a phobia of using the phone. So delegating that, so important to me. I can't do this role if I can't delegate phone calls to somebody else. So that was all going well. Amazing. And then come December, I got all the plans out, started going through it again. I had made a massive mistake. Massive. I was 10 tickets short for a unit. I don't know. I hadn't carried the numbers across properly. I can't explain what I did. It was months ago. But anyway, I made this massive error. And like, of course, I don't want to let the girls down, do I? So, got on the email to the pantomime company, to the theatre company. Look, here's the situation. I need more tickets desperately. They'd got 7 tickets. And they said, some of them are in the middle of nowhere. And I said, it doesn't matter. I just need them. It doesn't matter where they are. You've got to give them to me. So I had so some of the tickets were all right. They were fine. But some were well random. I was like, well, you've got to work with what you've got to work with. So then for the whole of January, I was just waiting to hear if anybody wasn't going to go anymore, if any tickets were cancelled. Because remember, I had 7 tickets and I needed 10. So obviously, number one, I wasn't going to go anymore. So now I needed 2 more tickets. And by the end, it was fine. Everything worked out fine. But I tell you what, in the run-up, January, just been continuous stress over that. So stressed. I can't tell you. I couldn't think straight. It was just constantly on my mind. I had nightmares about it. Literal nightmares. Because my brain was thinking about it all the time. So, in the future, I'm going to get someone else to just double check my numbers and things like that. I tell you, the things we put ourselves through, eh? So, I know at this angle it's difficult to see the silver. I think you can make it out and you know which bits I've coloured in the silver. But in real life, the silver stands out quite well. Like with the majority of glitter gel pens, the silver pen is a metallic rather than being a glitter pen. I don't really understand why they do that. It doesn't make much sense to me why that is the case. I don't know, but it looks good for this, and this is such a simple picture. It's just really nice to do. The most complicated thing is trying to make sure I don't put my hand in the wet gel pen, so I'm having to plan what to colour and where, hence the need to flip the page as we went along. Hi, Saffron. You got anything to say? Don't stand on the glitter. Good girl. Yeah. Good girl. They can't see you on camera, Saffron, but you can say something if you want. No? Okay, fair enough. So, I've recorded and I'll be putting up soon my plans for 2023. I've got a few little projects to work on. So have a look at them and see if you want to join me on any of them. My best friend Nikki is colouring a George Tufexis book with me, and We don't know how well we're going to do, but January 2023, we're saying we're going to finish the whole book. No pressure. To achieve that, we'll have to do 4 pages a month. And that's why it might not happen. Because, like, 1 month, that's dead easy. Another month, you might not do any. So we'll see. We'll see how we get on with it. The pages I've done so far, so it's the 16th of January. The pages I've done so far, I've really enjoyed doing. So hopefully we'll do all right. Grumble, grumble. Just the last few little bits left to do now then. And this mandala will be finished. So as always, I'll link this book in the description in case you're feeling inspired. I'm going to try and do a Throwback Thursday every month. If I'm running out of time, Throwback Thursday might not be a colour and chat. It might be to music. It depends how I'm doing with life. Depends if there's another trip I've wrecked. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, if there's any more children that I'm upsetting because I haven't bought them tickets to something. Need to keep this book out really and get some more colouring done. When I was going through my sticker books, you know, the posh sticker books like the antiquarian sticker book and things like that, I was thinking I could use some of the stickers as inspiration for the colour schemes. I thought some of those might look good, so I might do that. And I mean, any stickers you could do, couldn't you? It wouldn't have to be posh stickers. Any pictures that you like, any imagery that you like, obviously you can use as a inspiration for a colour palette. So I think I need to do that a little bit more with some of these mandalas. Okay, there we are. Done. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please do give it a thumbs up.